All right, y'all, we are here together in a new space. You're probably like, what's happening? But yes, this is still Alumni on Air, but it is a special edition. It's the Valentine's Day edition. Specifically shouting out love. At this point, y'all, if you haven't told yourself today, I love you, take a moment, pause, look in the mirror and say, I love you, I love yourself, and then also tell me you love me, because you know what, everybody needs a little bit extra love. No, I'm just joking, but you're gonna fall in love with this amazing couple here. They did Teach for America, but also they fell in love, and so this is also a story about the power of TFA, the work we do here in Teach for America, but specifically the love that we're able to generate and put out into the earth as a result of being a part of the core. And so if you're wondering who I am and who's talking, it's Jamisha Hayes. I did the core in 2011, and I'm the managing director of alumni and our pre-service team here in TFA Memphis. And behind the camera is the person I could not do this without, who I love very dearly, James Larkin, who's our Director of Alumni Communications. Amazing. And so we're going to jump right in with this amazing couple by having them introduce themselves individually and tell me their core years.
My name is Peter Rosenberger. I'm an alum of Teach for America Memphis in 2016.
I'm Haley Mathews. I am also a 2016 TFA Memphis core member / alumni.
Yes, 2016 represent. All right, so other core years, get in the chat. Make sure you represent, but 2016 is here.
Mostly 2016.
2016. They think they reign supreme. No, they really do reign. They do reign supreme. They really do, y'all. Outside of 2011, they're amazing. I can't deny it. Okay, so before we jump into the hard questions, just give us a story of how y'all met.
Do you want me to start?
Well, I think I first noticed Peter during Institute. We were in Rawls. We were on the campus of the University of Memphis, and we were in, well, really over the course of the weeks when we were in all, like the whole core sessions, Peter was often the one raising his hand, relentlessly participating in every discussion question that was asked. He had the hair and the tattoos, and he's quite a noticeable human, and that is when I first was interested. Who is this talkative man?
Similarly, I think like our immediate Teach for America friend groups weren't exactly the same, but we're really connected, and so I just sort of was we've talked about this, so I think I'm allowed to say this, but was a little intimidated by this very confident blonde Texan, but was just very glad that our friend groups were close to each other, so that we could really see each other, and then eventually we got to know each other more. I do believe at a house party that was my TFA, my best TFA friends and roommates hosted at our house.
The infamous TFA house.
It was one of them.
The infamous TFA house.
This specific house, though, I think had been in TFA for over 10 years at that point, yes. And so it kind of was. But and we just got to talking at a party. I think it was around the holidays or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So.
Oh my god. So y'all were relaxing, and so so you did Institute. Thank you for that, Haley. So you brought up this Institute. So what were your core placements, and what did you do? What was all of that, so that people can kind of get a little bit more context?
I was a third grade reading teacher. My placement was with Gestalt at a school that has since closed, and I ended up teaching third grade reading for 4 years, 2 in the core and 2 afterwards. And during Institute, I was in a first grade classroom, I think.
Gotcha.
And on the flip side of Haley's experience, I was with the older kids, and so my placement was in 12th grade English. And so I was placed at Memphis Collegiate High School, and I was there for 6 years. I was there for 3 years teaching English, English for creative writing, poetry, and AP Lit. But there for 3 years. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. So Institute is when you first caught each other's eye, but then the couple. So what was that, year 1 or year 2? The party happened.
Year 1.
Year 1, yeah.
So year 1 of the party happens, and now y'all you my boo, and I'm your boo, so we together. How did y'all get through year 2 together? How did the relationship thrive in that space? That's kind of hectic, completing the second year.
It is, yeah, it definitely is. I think, and our friends tell some versions of this story that are they remember some things that I'm not sure that we fully remember about what we were spending our time doing. So I don't know, we're not all on the same page, but we did just I think very much revel in each other's company in that time. And I think folks know that your first year and your core commitment is it's really hard. So I definitely think I talk about this all the time, but I feel very just at ease and comfortable, and just having a place of great safety and security in Haley as a partner was that developed I think quickly and was a massive benefit, having what was a really challenging experience working and learning how to teach, and learning a new city and being in a new place, and neither of us had experience in Memphis, so yeah, I think it was a really serious benefit.
I love it. And Haley, yours?
Well, I don't really have anything to add. Typically, Peter says all of the salient points, but I think that it is a very difficult time. Your first year in the classroom, kind of black it out, and second year you kind of have a handle, but it's still really difficult. And I think just having a partner or someone to spend time with who's going through the same things that you are, albeit with older children, but still harder, having the hard day-to-day and being able to understand when you come home and have very specific worries and concerns and also successes and things to celebrate. Really kind of put us at a point. I think when you meet someone through TFA, you have a shared set of values, and you kind of start out in front of a football field, right? Maybe you start on the 30 or 40 yard line, because you already have a shared foundation and a shared sense of purpose in what you're doing.
I love it. And then you build from there. Okay, so it's 2018, so y'all are about to complete your basic core commitments completed. But y'all are still here. So how did TFA play a role in your love story, and in the love story y'all still being here? Because at that point y'all were a year together, right?
Yeah. I mean, I think, and this came up in our vows. We there was some Teach for America shouts out in our vows, but I do think I just feel remarkably lucky that Teach for America and then Teach for America Memphis brought me to Haley, but also to Memphis. I think if I had to count on one hand the things I love the most, my family obviously, but Haley and Memphis are probably in that top 5, I'd have to say. And so we both just really love this place, and obviously, and it's very weird to say this, but this is our 8th year here, and so that's just I think that wouldn't be true if we didn't also really love Memphis. And I just feel very grateful and lucky that Teach for America brought me here and brought me to this community in Teach for America Memphis, and also this community of educators and people in Memphis doing really, because I mean really everywhere you look in the city you can see people doing incredible work to help their communities, neighborhoods in the city. And so I mean, it's sort of obvious, but if it wasn't for Teach for America, I wouldn't have come to Memphis, and if it wasn't for Teach for America Memphis, we wouldn't have met. So without it, there isn't us, Yeah,
I think too, in 2018 and beyond, and we're still here, and I think shouts out to our friends and our community that extends beyond the two of us. I think we both forged really, really strong friendships, both separately and together in a group of folks who did the core commitment as well, stayed in the classroom, didn't stay in the classroom, but we forged really, really strong connections with, and that really, I think accelerated the feeling of Memphis feeling like home, and allowed us to picture a life here and make a life here. So I think a really important part of our relationship today as a couple, and as the formation, the foundation of our whole relationship involves other TFA Memphis core members who supported us and shout out to Anna Heckton, who gave me Peter's number
shout out.
from after said house party. But
Yeah.
in ways big and small, I think our friends really helped us to make a home here and to stay here as well.
Yeah, and
We met through TFA.
I think to like even more of what you're saying makes me think about like the layers of community in Memphis and in the type of work that we were doing because of Teach for America. But I just like, there are like pictures from our wedding, and it's like, that's like the 2016, there's a big picture of all the 2016 folks who were at our wedding. And but I even just think about the folks that were either worked at our schools or that were TFA alum from years after us or years before us that we got connected to because of an experience we had in Teach for America or at our schools or at, at any of the things that we ultimately got connected through or got connected to through our TFA experience, our TFA Memphis experience. We still do too. We like our larger TFA, our 2016 friend group does like we all get together at least once a year and do like a trip and see each other, which is a testament to that. Like it is a time of like really, really important like care and like reflection, and sometimes it's just like escapism a little bit, and we just forget everything, and we're just together, and it feels like we're back in institute getting to know each other and just having a lot of fun and enjoying each other.
And I love that because it's all about the idea of I'm not alone, right?
Yeah.
I am doing the work, and I'm doing good work, and I'm supporting kids and supporting community, and I'm doing it with people, like you said, who are like-minded, but also who are going to push me and who are going to inspire me to continue to pull from those reserves when I'm already out of the tank. I've ran so many miles. I've ran myself ragged thinking about how to solve this problem, but because we all have, like you said, that like mind, they're going to help push me to think of it a different way. I love that. We're going to take a moment to think about this then for you all. Who is helping you pull into your reserves? Who are the people that you can say, yes, they are who I call on when I need to be pushed to do better, pushed to do more, or just need that escape to kind of recharge my batteries, because at the end of the day, we're not alone. There's somebody out there that you can reach out to, and if not, you can start reaching out to me. All right, we'll be back.